Hey, composting and vermicomposting enthusiasts. It's been a while since we posted any updates as we've been busy exploring new directions and researching the composting industry, particularly the worms and how they play a role in the bigger picture. The shift has led to an exciting change for our vermicomposting business, which I'll discuss in a later video. But today, I'm thrilled to introduce a fantastic sifter that we got from Dan over at Wormgear. Now, some of you might remember seeing this prototype being displayed in the Worm Farmers Conference video that Captain Matt did. Now, this sifter has been a game changer for our operation, especially as we're transitioning from using the traditional hand sifters on a small scale to a mid-sized scale operation. This is definitely what we needed at this time. In September, I had the opportunity to attend the composting operations training course. Now, this is an incredible program where compost enthusiasts and entrepreneurs come together to learn and network. During that course, we had a speaker who had a vermicomposting facility that was permitted here in North Carolina from Durham, and that company is called New Soil. And when he started talking about worms, the room just lit up. I mean, they went crazy. Hands were flying left and right with questions. It got to the point where he almost had difficulty getting through the slides because so many people had questions. And a lot of the questions were around equipment. And this highlighted the lack of equipment designed for mid-scale vermicomposters. And this was a major concern for many attendees because you had operators of facilities who were having these discussions at their facilities. But one of the things that kept them out of it was, we don't need something as small as a hand sifter. We need something in the middle, but we don't want to go jumping into something expensive. So equipment was a big discussion.
And we'll go ahead and jump right into the review portion of the video. I'll get carried away there if you let me. But this is what it looks like when it comes. Just want to say real quick, huge shout out to Dan with the way he packaged this thing. We actually were able to repurpose the wood used in the crate to make more worm bins that we donated to local schools. And I was able to make some shelves for my wife. So they did a real good job at putting this crate together. The drill bit that you would need to disassemble this comes in the pack as well. So everything you need is there. All you really need is a drill and some elbow grease, of course. But this is what it looks like right out of the box. And I was really excited to get this in my hands. Here is the Allen key that you would get in the pack, as well as a star bit for disassembling the crate. And the Allen key will be used for tightening the tension screws on the screen as well as replacing them. I sped up a little bit here, but just wanted to show you the instructions and how detailed they are and how well put together this is. Easy to follow instructions. This machine is literally a plug and play. I think the only maintenance required is that you eventually oil the screw holes that for the bolts that hold the screen in place. And just wanted to show you guys the instructions. And I want to also show you a close-up of the quality of the screens that come with this sifter. The welds are very clean, tight, thick gauge steel, and the creases are folded very cleanly, so there's no snagging during the operation. Very good quality machine.
Work today, boy.
Now, this screener is supplied with 4 casters. 2 are swivel locking casters, and the other 2 are retractable casters that are only used when moving the table. At other times, they're retracted to put the legs firmly in contact with the floor. And I wanted to show you guys how easy it is to move this guy around. And as you can see here, you just retract those caster wheels and the legs drop, transferring all the weight to the floor. And of course, you would just engage them again, a repeat process to give you access to moving it. And as you can see, it is very sturdy. Now, the screening efficiency is controlled by 2 variables. That is speed and slope. And both of these can be adjusted, of course. And here you'll see me adjusting the slope to its lowest setting. And it is adjustable from 0 to 5 degrees. When you receive this, the factory setting is at 2 degrees, and then each hole changes the slope by 1 degree. Simple and straightforward. And this does come with a pan for the second stage of the sifter, and this could be easily used for cocoon collection or whatever you see fit. But you see the first chute will be for your finer material, your castings. The second chute will be for your cocoons, and then the third chute will be for your overs or worms. And these are the hex bolts that you would adjust for screen tension or remove to allow you to remove and replace the screens. And they back out with the hex key that you seen earlier that came in the pack, and they literally just lift right on up. Again, very simple. And to power her up, you would just hit the switch and it will be in standby. So you would just flip it to run. And the factory speed setting on here, which is the other variable that you would use to adjust this efficiency, is at 300 cycles per minute. And this is adjustable from 250 to 325 cycles per minute. And to power her down, you would just switch it back to standby and then switch the power off. Now, the sifter will come with 2 screens. You can purchase more screens, and that'll give you the ability to run the same size screen in the first and second stage if you need to have a uniform sift across the board. But for this demonstration purposes, we have 2 different size screens. My second oldest boy, David, loves sifting what he calls worm turds.
Oh my God, that one has the most. Well, does that?
And you can see here how good of a job this machine is doing in separating this material. I mean, look at those beautiful worm castings. In conclusion, there isn't anything bad that I can say about the sifter. Really satisfied with the purchase that we made. It's definitely a game changer for our operation. My children enjoy using it. I enjoy using it. And if you're in the market for a mid-sized sifter, this is definitely the ticket for you. Until next time, family,